and welcome to RAFLIMS. This is Farooq Hussain, and today we're going to start a new series on digital library systems. In this series, we will learn about the installation, configuration, customization, administration, and operations of different digital library systems. So this is an introductory video, and in this video we will try to clear the concept, because to start something new it's better to understand the concept first. So the very first thing we need to understand is actually what is a digital library. So Digital Library Federation offered the following definition in 1998, and I have actually break this definition. So according to them, digital libraries are organization. So this is the very first thing you need to understand, that digital libraries are organization. Either they academic libraries, either they commercial publisher website, either they corporate website, or whatever they are, the digital libraries are organization. So what they organization do, they provide the resources and including the specialized staff. So they provide the resources, the number one thing, and they also provide the specialized staff. For what purpose they provide the specialized staff? To select, structure, offer intellectual access to, interpret, distribute, preserve the integrity of, and ensure the persistent over time of collections of digital work, so that they are readily and economically available for use by a defined community or set of communities. So this is what, according to Digital Library Federation, define the digital libraries. So altogether, this definition said digital libraries are organizations that provide the resources, including the specialized staff, to select, structure, offer intellectual access to, interpret, distribute, preserve the integrity of, and ensure the persistence over time of collections of digital work, so that they are readily and economically available for use by a defined community or set of communities. So this is actually the digital library. The next thing we need to understand is actually the digital library system. That's actually our real concern. So the digital library system is an online database of digital objects. So here we have two things: online database and the digital objects. So let us understand digital object first. So the digital object consists of digitized content like print or photographs, as well as originally produced digital content like word processor file or MP3 format or whatever. So here we have two contents actually: digitized content and the born digital content. What does it mean by digitized content? For example, we have a collections of print books, we have a collections of print thesis, we have a collections of print periodicals, and we have a collections of still photographs, and we scan them. We scan them and we make them digital through the digitization. So the whatever the format we select the document, we select the PDF format, we select the EPUB format, we select the JPEG format for photograph, we select the PNG format for photographs, or whatever the format they are. So the by digitized content we mean we made them digital through the scanning or some other process. So born digital, they actually originally produce, as I said, they actually originally produce content like word process file, like MP3 audio, like MP4 video, or whatever. So here we have few examples. In text we cover the books, in also cover the periodicals, and we have still images. I mean still images we made them, and we have collections of audios in MP3 format or some other format, and the we have collections of videos in MP4 format or some other formats, um, and and the collection of games. I mean, in other digital media formats. The digital media format is actually very much important in digital objects. We are not talking about the analog format, we are talking about the digital media formats. So, the next thing we need to understand, online database. By online database, we mean a software or software package. What does it mean by software or software package? So let us understand by an example. We have two examples. We have a Caliber ebooks management. That's actually a complete software to download, install, and run. There's no other package or prerequisites required to accept the operating system. There's no other thing required to run that particular software. So here we have Caliber ebooks management. That's actually a software. It's a complete software to download, install, and run. Whereas we need to install the DSpace, we need to work on prerequisites first. We need to install the Java, we need to install the Apache, Apache Maven, Apache Ant, we need to install the Postgres or Oracle, we need to install the Tomcat or the similar things. So here we have this. DSpace is actually a software package, and the Caliber ebooks management is actually a software. So this is what I mean to say. The next thing we need to understand, the software or software package must provide the organizing, searching, and retrieving the content contained in the collection. What does it mean? That means the software or software package must follow some standard metadata scheme. For example, doubling core must provide the basic and advanced search engine, must have some strong indexing system, must follow protocols for data harvesting like Open Archives Initiative Protocols for Metadata Harvesting, it's OAI PMH, or we all know the Z3 9.50, and having strong digital preservation. And this is most important actually. A digital library system must hampered by copyright law, and it varies massively in size and scope. Of course, it has to be. A digital library system must massively in size and scope for future needs, must be in terabytes, and the digital content may be stored locally or accessed remotely via computer network. That's mean they can be run on local host, they can be run on internet, through the computer network. These information retrieval system can exchange information with each other through the interoperability and sustainability. So these are actually the digital library system. Now let us talk about the types of digital library systems. In general, the phrase digital libraries is not well defined in the literature, and there is a lack of agreement. Digital library is also referred to as an electronic library, virtual library, system, library without walls, or hybrid libraries. So let us see what does it mean by, what is the difference between digital, electronic, and virtual library. So in my opinion, actually, a digital library system is a repository or digital archive of information resources in a bound digital or digitized format. We have already talked about the bound digital and digitized format, and stored as data files on a computer machine or server or cloud, and it also provides the tool set to enable search and retrieval of the repository. So this is what I understand about the digital library system. Now let us see the electronic library or e-library. An electronic library or e-library is the same thing, but the term is too broad and less precise. It might include the analog data format. or it might refer to the subjects of electronics. For example, the collection of microfilms, collection of microcards, collection of microfiches, audio tapes, videotapes, CDs, DVDs, where each of these media need a specific device or reader to read the content of the media. So I actually prefer the digital library instead of e-library. Whereas a virtual library is a collection of resources available on one or more computer system where a single interface or entry point to the collection is provided. See, the key point is actually that the user need not known where the particular resource are located. The location is actually virtual. For example, we have HEC Digital Library. If you have seen the HEC Digital Library, what HEC Digital Library do? They do not have any digital objects at their own. They provide the links, I mean the subscribe links to online databases through their website. So this is actually an example of virtual library. So the digital library also refer to digital archive, either commercial, for example, subscription-based online databases for full text or multimedia, including metadata search engines or institutional repositories. Many academic libraries are actively involved nowadays in building institutional repositories of the institution books, papers, theses, and other works which can be digitized or were born digital. Many of these repositories are made available to the general public with few restrictions as per the goal of open access. Institutional and corporate repositories, those are truly free, are sometimes referred to as digital libraries. Institutional repository software is designed for archiving, organizing, and searching a library content that we have already discussed. Some famous open source solution includes DSpace, ePrints, and Fedora Common based system like Islandora and Semvira or Semvera. Anyhow, so we will talk about in this series we will cover most of the open source system, including the DSpace, ePrints, and Fedora Common based system like Islandora and the Semvira, and few ebooks management system like Calibre ebooks management and the Greenstone, the very famous. So we will talk about all of them in detail in the next videos, and we will also work on the information searching and retrieval databases, I mean the closed access databases or the open access databases in a new series actually. So thank you very much. You're watching RefLim. This is Farooq Hussain. So please join us so the other peoples may come to know that there's a channel who is talking about the library and information management technologies. So take care of yourself. Thank you very much.